Well, gamers, who knew that this would be the end? I had a feeling this was going to happen. So, let's rip the band-aid off. Although, what I plan to do, the band-aid won't be ripped off so fastly. Um, let's do it. Nope, I have no desire for this. It's just not going to happen. Too little, too late. Over and over and over and over again for years. So yes, if you haven't guessed, this is most likely the last time I play this game. And because I believe in a scorched earth policy, I'm going to do what I wanted to do for years with this game. So there's no turning back. Do I have engrams on me? Let's get rid of those.
Ah, shall we begin then?
For the last time. Well, unless I have engrams on the other people too. Then that'll be the last time. There we go. Okay. So, since I played the first game, I was always fanatical about the faction rallies. So to end our 9-year journey, we're going to put on our best face. So let's start. If you haven't guessed by now, yes, I'm deleting everything. Since Destiny 2 came out, it's been nothing but a boring game. Full of boring activities. And it felt more like a goddamn second job than anything. It was not fun at all. Even the faction rallies, believe it or not, Destiny 2 had faction rallies at the very beginning of the game. Even they were they were different from what we had in the first game. And yes, the comparisons, I will continually make them throughout this video because I played both. And how could I not compare the two? And the faction rallies in the first game were more unique. But we had very little faction rallies because they stopped them very early on. And then when in the first game, you could tie you have 3 characters, you could tie one character to each of the factions. And then the second game, near the end of the faction rally cycle, they made where you had to have an account tied to one faction. You couldn't even split your characters up between the factions, which is just stupid. But that's the game, right? Alright, so what I want to do, I want to leave the guns that I had great affection for. Let me see. Where are you? Is my gun here? Nah, I don't see my primary gun. It might be actually on somebody. Is masterwork, so it might actually be on somebody. I mean, that's fine. This is still this is not the newer gun, I believe. This is the older version. Damn, I'm looking for my 7 Seraph gun. It might actually be on the other people. So it's fine. So we'll put this on us. Let's pick a secondary to roll with. This used to be my favorite gun. There. With a power. Let's see. I think most of these are newer weapons. No. We'll stick with this. So yeah, all those hours that we spent grinding for this junk, it means nothing. Got the catalyst for this, so what? Means nothing. There's things to be said about chasing stuff in game and in life. If the reward at the end of the chase is worth the chase, then you forget about how long the chase was. But if it's not fulfilling at the end of the chase, then you will remember how shitty the chase was. And this game has been nothing but a chase after chase after chase with no great reward, but another boring cycle after the previous cycle. And that's even before the seasonal model kicked in. Unfortunately, the exotics take longer to delete. We'll switch it. Me and the Saw go way back. There you go. This is what I rolled with for years. So yeah, my feelings about the game. 2 is just crap. Such a downgrade from the first game. I stood beside the first game when it first came out. The plain story that it had. Because it was the best that we could come up with at the time. And I championed the cause so many times. Can I delete these or are these one by one? Probably the only person who actually enjoyed the House of Wolves DLC. Hopefully we won't be on that long. Oh, these are one at a time. Great. But yeah. Remember Sparrow Racing? Well, if you play D2, you don't. And if you play D2 and not 1, you don't even know what Sparrow Racing is. Yep, never brought it back. So much fun. And it was only once a year. It was just at Christmas. The Christmas event. They couldn't even be bothered to bring that back. Yeah, it's one at a time. I forget that. It takes too long. And one at a time. And one at a time. Game had so much promise. When I was playing the campaign when the game first came out, when we lost our powers at the beginning of the game, I'm like, all right, I like this. I hope it stays this way. Because I could see a campaign being powers free. Wouldn't that be such a change? I mean, they pulled some BS when they went from Halo 1 CE to 2. I mean, that was such a drastic change. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility of just going powerless for the entire campaign. Shit, I would have bought. I'd be all in on that. Absolutely. But nope. And the campaign were garbage. Make no mistake. The Infinite Forest? What a joke. And then you have the nerve to put the Halloween content in the Infinite Forest to breathe some life back into it. And their sole reason for not bringing over the guns and stuff from the first game, still don't really know why they didn't do that. But since we've been playing the game for 9 years, well, we can see that there's an objective to doing that. Why that stuff wasn't carried over. Because then we can get a simple quest to reacquire the guns that we had in the first game. Reusing assets. It's classic Bungie. That's all they've ever done. The Saint 14 season, very fucking interesting. That was really cool. And they did nothing with it. He sits in a tower feeding pitches. I mean, that's cool. But where's the continuing story between him and Osiris? That's what I wanted to see. The Osiris Ikora thing never fucking happened. The Osiris thing, we got Ikora, meted him briefly, I believe, at the end of the season, and then nothing became of it. Such wasted potential. But if you see the potential, all the potential's in the Eververse, and they got clowned on it for years, and they still do it, because it's not about story anymore. First game came out in 2014. After Titanfall, it came out in the spring of 14. I think Destiny came out after that. And people took a poo-poo on Titanfall because it was a multiplayer only and there was no story. Yes, there was. The story was when you flew in and you got the debrief. That's all it really needed for that type of game. The game was amazing. But as with most sequels, they fail to live up to what came before. And it's a different landscape than when the first game came out. When it first came out, it really wasn't this much variety that we see now. My God, there's so much variety. What has changed in almost a decade? There is a lot more stuff out there. So why be bothered with grinding for something that may or may not last within 18 months, 12 months? No, thank you. And expect to pay $70 to $100 every year. I'm out. I have other things to do. I think the Taken King DLC, people praised it. I mean, rightfully so. Stuff before it wasn't nearly as good as the Taken King. But then we got the Splicer, the Iron Lord stuff after Taken King. Reused assets. The reskin Fallen. And what has happened since then? Reskin stuff after reskins. Nothing unique. And I'm getting too old to wait around to pay $100 a year in the hopes of something happening. Been listening to those promises for 8 years. When people were clowning for the vanilla campaign in the first game. Just too many excuses. Let's put it in perspective. If you were with a significant other and they always promised you, oh baby, I'll be better. I promise. When? When? It's a logical question to ask. It's a reasonable question to ask. When? I don't know. Really? You don't know, do you? Well, if you're stupid, you'll stick around. If you're not, well, it'll be painful to move on, but in the end, it is the best for you. So, we're moving on. Thank goodness we cleaned out at least 150 of these guns a couple weeks ago. It makes this a little bit easier. So that's why I took a year and a half off from playing this boring ass nonsense. And then I come back in the late third quarter of last year. And what do I find? Not only is it the same old, there's more vendors in the world. All with grindy crap to do. It's absolute nonsense. So it's like the same junk that I left multiplied by 4 or 5. And half the worlds are gone. So half the stuff that I paid for is now gone. And is being reintroduced every once in a while. Well, isn't that nice of them? Like they doing you a fucking favor. Had a lot of fun with Gambit. When I came back, played a lot of Gambit. A lot of Gambit. And there's only like 4 maps. Why? Crucible. There's only a handful of goddamn maps. Why? These are just reasonable questions. Why? Makes no sense. Let's go back to Titanfall. People bitched that Titanfall 1 didn't have a story. Titanfall 2 had a story. But in the process, ruined the multiplayer, which made the first game great. Multiplayer is nothing like the first game. Division had the same damn problem. First game was, oh my god, the first game was nothing. You could honestly call it a beta. We beta tested their game. There's so many glitches. And the second game was so dumbed down that nobody plays it. Well, if you love it, you'll stay with it. The love is gone. Valentine's Day is over, kids. Trying to think about what I remember from the first game. The Crota raid. Farming the Crota raid. Got 3 Dragon's Breath in a row. That was probably the most hilarious thing from the first game. I think my final achievement was the hard mode, Wrath of Machine. It was on I think it was on a Saturday. Because we played it as a group on Friday night. We couldn't finish the boss off for whatever reason. We changed one person out, and then on Saturday we got together and got it on the first try. Second game, really, just really no memories to favorite. But that's just me. I've been told I overreact a lot. But putting thousands of hours between the two games, probably I think TA has my stats for both games, but I'm not sure the second game counts the Steam stats. But I can stop for a second. I actually want to see. Let's see here. There is a chainsaw outside. They're cutting a tree. I hope that doesn't screw things up too much. Look at my game. What used to be my game. Destiny 1. 2,100 hours. Destiny 2. Almost 2,500 hours. So yeah, we've played it a little bit, just a little bit to have an opinion about it. And I'm not too ashamed to say I probably spent $1,000 between the two, if not $1,100. 1,100 on between the two games. And as motivation, I had bought let's keep this thing going here. The Forsaken Special Edition that came with the metal cryptoglyph. It looks stunning. There's no denying it. I never opened it. This still has not been opened. But I keep it right here while I'm doing this as motivation to keep on doing this. If I wanted art, this is your activity to do. Play this. It's not a game. It defies description of what a game should be. Not for me. But if it's an art book you want, come here. Just drive around. Visit the planets that are left before they're gone. The moons before they're gone. Have fun. The music is great. There's no denying the music has been great. It's stunningly great music. But if I wanted to look at art, I'll buy an art book. Not pay $100 a year to look at art. It's definitely not me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, all the guns that I grinded for you. Goodbye. Trying to think. They're not favorite things from this game, but just shit that I remember from this one. The Forsaken DLC. Cade was used as a marketing tool, and a marketing tool only, to sell a DLC that he was really no part of. What the fuck is that about? Absolutely crap. Everybody got bamboozled on that one. Wow. It's a shame I'm a hoarder. This video could be very short. But unfortunately, I'm like that old lady in the trailer park that wants to keep everything. So I have so many stuff. Oh, I hear the saw going off. I think this was one of my very early guns, was this thing. Yeah. This and this one. I think these three I got super early on. So I bought this game on Xbox when it came out and played with my boy that I consider the arbiter of my life. And I think when he stopped playing the game after he got his last achievement, I think that was really what made the game not just boring, super boring after he left. I was trying to think if they even reintroduced faction rallies within the last 2 years, how would I feel? And I don't have an answer to that one. Because I'd be excited to have them back. But they'd probably just do it where it was when the last time they introduced it, where it'd be account wide tied to one faction. So I don't think it would keep me around, even faction rallies. But the question I have is, why wasn't Sparrow Racing even brought back? Even just at Christmas? It's a reasonable question. Why? Why not? It's not even, you're reusing assets once again. Why not? It's the same fucking engine you've been using for 9 years. So why not? Sure, you've tweaked your engine, but at its core, it's the same engine from the first game. Which means it, at most, it's been the engine they used for development at minimum 2 years before the first game came out. So this engine as a whole has been live for over a decade. So why couldn't you bring Sparrow Racing back? Reuse everything else? I can't delete that. I just can't. Alright, unfortunately we're now down to exotics. I have a lot of exotic gear. It's going to take a while. On the good note, we're down to less than 200 items to go. And all my faction gear that I have in my vault is from the last time, or the previous times that we actually had faction rallies. Not like what people have now, where I think they have access to the faction rally drops. I'm not sure. Or the skins, at least. My stuff is from when we actually had faction rallies. I mean, it's meaningless. Oh. One of the NPCs said, no, 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 they must see what I'm doing. I'll leave those alone for now. Initially, the seasonal model was okay. I was okay with, but then it got old real fast. When you're time gating a story, that's just shitty. Which means the story is so small and so see-through that you have to time gate it so people don't burn through it and move on. You know, like how they do all of your content. The end game for this game is garbage. I don't care that they're changing the artifact apparently or some shit like that. And why change it now? You've been using it for years. I was concerned when that crap was first introduced. Because when we started playing activities where the level was capped at a certain number, why have it at all? Why indeed? So people can chase an artificial number to make themselves feel better. That's all it's there for. Because people love to see the value go up a number. Humans are silly. I'll keep those for now. Probably since I came back, the only truly interesting character has been the Empress Kaido. It's probably the only new person for me that I really enjoyed. But everybody else just the same junk. Yeah, don't cry. Don't worry, this is the last stream for this game. So just relax there. Don't give a crap about Crow. Crow was introduced, what is it, the Wrathborn seasonal model in the Forgotten Shore. It's garbage. The Outriders has a better endgame than this. And there's really not much to the Outriders endgame, but it's far more rewarding than this. Can't say that Division 2's endgame is better than this though. Division 1's endgame was better than this. It's too bad there's really not a lot of people playing the first game. I think when I loaded it up the last time, and I was just rolling around, I couldn't find anybody doing the excursions. Alright, we're down to 100. We're almost there, fam. Oh, trying to get the Telesto Catalyst from glitching into the raid. Man, that was something. That was something I won't forget anytime soon. I think glitched into the Pit of Heresy to get the Xenophage quest done. The infamous laser tag event. Yeah, that was something. It's amazing how many times they say they couldn't fix something quickly. But over the years the ways to the infinite bright dust things that have come up over the years, they fixed that pretty goddamn fast. I'm not sure if there was a silver thing or not, but I know there was several bright dust incidents where they fixed that shit quick. But the laser tag, they didn't fix it. I think there was a warlock void thing that was all the rage for that weekend Crucible. They didn't fix it. But if you start farming for fake money that can be translated into real money for them, they'll fix that. It's a shame for a company that's sold itself out a few times now since they were supposed to be a Apple product in 98 or 97 or possibly 99. 90s were a little bit of a blur for me. That they've sold their company now a couple times for billions of dollars. And look at us today. Paying almost $100 a year. For what? Let's go here so we don't have to keep going back. Company that has made billions of dollars, and that is second to no one in gunplay. Like I said about the art, no one can deny their art talent. It's spectacular. No one can doubt their gunplay. It is second to no one. It is the best gunplay out there. Call of Duty tried to copy the Titanfall 1 wall running mechanics and couldn't do it. Oh, the Black Armory cloak. That year of the Black Armory. I said I didn't have favorites playing this game. That year with the Black Armory. Probably my favorite year. Is this the Future World Cup? Yeah. That's all the hunter stuff. We have our sovereign stuff on so we can eliminate the other. Alright. So, we'll leave this only in memory for our hunter. Damn, our character can't even show up, can it? Oh, what's Kadi have? Don't want to leave the game with Kadi overwhelmed. It's the last thing I want.
Checking right now.
Guess collecting would be faster. One at a time. I'm sorry, Kadi, you'll have to hold on that forever.
Hello, Guardian. Welcome.
Or can I do this? I really don't want to leave stuff on her.
Your return honors me, Guardian.
Shut up. I don't think I have space.
Checking right now. Transferred. Bye.
I can't even freaking store 'em. I can't even store that. Alright, unfortunately, Kadi's going to have to hold on to his prisms and hope they get deleted sometime. And Bungie's next 10-year plan. Oh, what we got here? All right, so there's a hunter. This is how we're going out. Putting that on because that's what I worked hard for. There we go. It's the last goodbye for the hunter here. We'll give Shax a proper farewell.
How many Cabal did you get today?
I got none, Papa Shax. I'm sorry, I have to leave.
Did you show the darkness what light can do?
I did not, and you can keep those. You could maybe give them to someone else who needs them.
Even steel needs sharpening. Don't stray too long.
Well, I think it'll be a long time, sir. Switch to the other one. Let's see what we got on us. Guess we'll go with this one. Really had fun with that gun. It's a shame I got rid of the stuff in the vault already. Guess we'll keep this one on us. Level 2. Level 2, you better go.
Yes.
You better rethink that and change your mind. Do I have stuff on me? I don't. Good.
Great. Just great.
Just give me these. All right. When I was in the first game, I always had my hunter with Hideo at New Monarchy. Always had my Titan at the Loxamasu with the Future World Cup. So we're going to do the simulator faction for old time's sake. I think the entanglement is feature. Yes, it is. It's my feature setup. Let's put on our Wayfarer again, because that's what we're ending it with. Alright. Yeah, don't get me started about the guns that are in the seasonal pass. Do you not think that those are placed in there to sell seasonal pass? If you don't, you're blind. That's what they're there for. I don't. None of these I really care for. I mean, know what we're gonna do? We're going to get a gun out of collections just for old time's sake. Oh, there's my gun. But I can't reacquire it, can I? Used to be a good gun for me. Is that a primary? Unfortunately it is. Oh, let's go with the mis. Oh, we can't go with the misfit. Damn. It's one of the early guns we got into Forsaken. Alright, I'll put this on just so we can get rid of the others. We'll keep this one because I had a lot of fun with it. Probably the only grenade launcher that I actively used. Alright. Oh, this is rough. Gotta go with the new Monarchy shell. Yep. Sorry, we gotta say goodbye to the cat. The introduction of the champions was interesting. When we first got weapon mods and stuff, it could have been done a lot better than how they first introduced them. But I guess you gotta start somewhere. But yeah, just stingy supplies over the years, stingy drops. It's just nonsense. How can you claim to be a looter shooter and the loot's stingy? But then this game has always had an identity problem. I've said it countless times. I'm not even going to infuse it because it's not worth it. Trying to get us over with as quick as possible. Alright, there we go. We got the bare bones. Had a lot of fun with the only gun from Europa that I really liked. And the only grenade launcher that we really used. And our new Monarchy shell that we've had since the last of the faction rallies that we had so many years ago. Such great times. Alright, that's the Titan. One more to go. I think my friend asked me yesterday or the day before when he found out what I was going to do. Did I even see the end of this season's story? Nope. I don't care. Scorched earth policy, remember? Burn the bridge, blow it up, take the ashes and scatter them to the seven winds. And don't look back. What do we have here? There's our gun. There it is. We'll keep this one. And this one. Yep, our three favorites here. This will be quick. That was a shitty gun. I was never a pistol person in this game. Another shitty one. Oh, goodbye, servant leader. Thought Huckleberry was a better submachine gun than that. But that's just me. One of the two remaining saws from the season of arrivals that I kept. Now there's only one. Alright, I guess we'll keep Eris' shell. Forever burned here. And this one's from the moon also. We'll go with hers. Let's pick up the stuff. Do we have anything on us? We don't. Good. Check Kadi.
Yes.
A level 1. Level 1, you better delete your character if you know what's good for you. Uninstall this game. Alright, the rest is for the Warlock. Alright, I cannot delete Petra's mask. I just cannot do it. I just can't. And so in the first game, we took our Warlock. It seems like a natural fit to keep her on Dead Orbit's faction. So we don't have a Dead Orbit glove. Oh, no. Oh, we already... I'm so stupid. Stella. I think Stella is the Dead Orbit. Yeah, I think Stella is. Let's look at him again. Yeah, we still have the Lucent Blade thing on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Stella's the Dead Orbit. Wonder why I had two of them. It's a mystery. Here we go. Our dead orbit outfit for the win. Change that thing. Yeah.
Let me know next time you want to watch some Crucible feeds. I have your favorites.
There. Everybody has Wayfarer going out. Alright. Alright, so for the last hurrah, we will go back on our hunter. Because my name is Sovereign. So we have to go out in Sovereign gear. It's just seems fitting. He load me back in the helm again. Yeah, thanks game, but no thanks. So we told Kadi goodbye, I believe. Let's tell Eris goodbye. So change the shades up one last time. Temperature watch, it was such a great color. Oh, imagine that. New Age Black Armor is on the gloves already. Go. One last time. Alright, Eris. Give me a hug.
Shadows surround us, Guardian. Speak.
I'm here to say goodbye. And I will not return.
Tell me your tale.
I told my tale for over an hour. If you weren't watching the stream, Eris, I'm sorry. I gotta go. So long, Eris, for the last time. And you know, we'll end the game with my opinion, the best character in the game that was so underused. Minus the very beginning of the Forsaken, and then the end of it. There she is. I was debating whether or not to do one bounty for old time's sake, but I honestly can't. We've done too many for too long. Hi. I'm sorry. I have to leave. Believe me. I wish I could stay. You even got imp. His boots. Yeah, I wish I would have seen that years earlier. Don't turn your back on me. This is our final farewell. No, please, please.
I almost became a Techian, you know.
You did?
Maybe everything would have been different if I'd chosen that path.
I'm sorry. Wish we could shake hands in friendship as I leave. Talk to me, Petra. I'm uninstalling the game after this. Talk to me. Oh, she turned her back on me because she heard me I'm going to uninstall the game. Well, I think that's how it should be. Oh. You want to say something? What's that? What's that? Talk to me. Halo was a better game? Is that what you just told me? I think it was too. I think it was too. And there we have it, family. The 9-year run is over. 2022 saw the end of Halo for me, and now 23 ends Destiny's boring run with me. But yeah, don't forget, Bungie has a 10-year plan. Remember that. But yeah, I got my pre-order refunded, and I'm thankful for that. I did not think I'd be able to get that. So yes, enjoy wherever this game takes you. Just have fun. If the fun isn't there, just go do something else. Believe me, this company will not miss you. And with that, Sovereign is out of here. Our final Destiny stream. Alright, fam, we'll see you later. Have a good one.